From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Morning. Right now we're tracking not much in the region, although we are expecting some more snow a little bit later today in the Cascades and also in the Blue Mountains. Winds not nearly as much of a factor as they were just 24 hours back, but they're still gusting out of the west, upwards of 20 miles per hour for Cabbage Hill. And we're thinking that a little bit later today, some of this could start to spill over into the Blue Foothills and also into the lower Columbia Basin. Right now, temperatures are into the 20s, 30s, and 40s, just kind of depending on your microclimate. In fact, it looks like we're now just at 30 degrees for Ellensburg and Yakima. So if you did need the ice scraper this morning, it would probably either be in the Kittitas or Yakima valleys, 30s and 40s in the lower Columbia Basin, mid 30s in the Blue Foothills, but all of us certainly need to bundle up for this morning. In terms of visibility, it's looking pretty good for lower elevations, but up towards Snoqualmie Pass being socked in with some pretty thick fog. Another good reason to take it slow on I-90 this morning. Okay, here's the bottom line for the forecast. Mountain snow continues for today, should taper off for tonight. Then valley snow is possible New Year's Eve into New Year's Day morning. Then we have more storm systems lined up after that. I'll tell you how much mountain snow and valley snow we're anticipating. That's going to be coming up on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
And right now on Good Morning Northwest, the community is pouring their support on a Pasco family who lost a mother and two young children in a serious car crash Friday, what we know so far. Plus, how long is too long to keep your live Christmas tree up? What fire officials in our region say you should do to keep it festive, not fiery. And President Jimmy Carter passing away at the age of 100. We take a look at how the world is reacting to the former president and humanitarian.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for joining us. I'm Austin Reed. It is 6:04 on this Monday. Hope you had a great weekend. Final Monday of 2024. Well, we're going to get to your headlines now. A Yakima man is facing charges after authorities say he drove the wrong way onto the interstate in Pasco and hit another car head-on. A mother and her two young children died in the crash. This all happening Friday evening just after 5:30. The Washington State Patrol says 37-year-old Zachary Schwartz entered I-182 and began driving east in the westbound lanes. Shortly before he reached the Richland exit from 395, authorities say Schwartz crashed head-on into a car being driven by 42-year-old Rodrigo Torres Gonzalez of Pasco. Torres Gonzalez was taken to the hospital with injuries. His wife, 39-year-old Guadalupe Vergara Gonzalez, died at the scene. Their 1-year-old son also died at the scene. His 6-year-old son died of his injuries at a nearby hospital. A GoFundMe has been set up for the Gonzalez family. It has raised nearly $50,000, and it will be used for the entire funerals and other medical expenses. Authorities say Schwartz later tested positive for drugs and alcohol. He suffered minor injuries and was taken to the hospital. The Christmas holiday has come and gone. Some people prefer to put up real trees for the holiday, but how long is too long to keep them up? Is your biggest holiday decoration becoming a fire risk? Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has that answer.
This tree behind me is an artificial tree. However, if you have a real tree up in your house, there's a few areas to pay attention to know when it's time to take it down.
In some Christian faiths, the trees are taken down for Epiphany, which is January 6th each year. Epiphany is also known as the Three Kings Day. Knowing when to take your Christmas tree down is an argument many families have. Kennewick Fire Inspector Shane Webb says you'll know when it's time.
You can tell that it's getting dry if you run your hands through it and you start getting a large deposit of needles falling off. And then that's time to retire her for the year.
According to the National Fire Prevention Association, Christmas tree fires primarily occur in December or January. Electrical distribution or lighting equipment was involved in more than 2 of 5 home Christmas tree fires, followed by heating equipment. Webb says other things to look for is the color of the tree. If your tree is starting to look dry, it's important to keep it at least 3 feet away from a heat source. When you do take your tree down, it's important to dispose of it properly, not storing it in the garage or near your house.
Waste management's going to be your best bet. Like I said, they accept free trees disposal for residents of Kennewick at the transfer station 27th and Ely.
Webb says it's important to stay aware of the position of the tree, as Christmas tree fires can be costly financially and could result in the loss of your home.
You're looking at annually millions in fire damages and displacement of families, especially at this time of year where you don't want to be displaced when it's cold out.
The transfer center will be accepting trees through January, and if you can't drop off your tree, you can always schedule a pickup through Waste Management for a minimal fee. Webb says it's always better to be safe than sorry. Reporting in Kennewick, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
All right, Dan, thank you for that. 6:07, almost 6:08. Now, new research has revealed the states where your car is most likely to be stolen in, with Washington State ranking third. Pre-settlement legal funding company High Rise Financial analyzed data from the FBI Crime Data Explorer on the number of motor vehicle thefts per 100,000 citizens in each state for every month over 5 years, from 2019 to 2023. They calculated the average number of monthly car thefts in each state to reveal where in the U.S. your car is most likely to be stolen. Washington places third with 41.48 average monthly motor vehicle thefts per 100,000 residents from 2019 to 2023. The year with the highest average monthly thefts was 2023 at 57.30 per 100,000. All right, 6:09, almost 2, still ahead on Good Morning Northwest, how the world is responding to the passing of former President Jimmy Carter. Big news breaking over the weekend. And Chief Meteorologist Josh Goldbrith will have your first alert weather forecast as we leave you to break. Here's a live picture from our Apple Valley studio camera in Kennewick. We will be right back. Good morning, North.
Smoke City for Less is your one-stop shop in Kennewick, Richland, West Richland, Hermiston, Road 68 in Pasco, and at the new location on West Court Street in Pasco. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at all 6 locations. Get the lowest prices on the largest selection of vape mods, classic to tropical vape flavors, batteries, cigars, tobacco products, kratom, and specialty products too. Don't waste time in other places. Go to Smoke City for Less. We smoke the competition.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Knowing these laws sets my truck wreck team apart. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter. Big truck insurance companies know that we have the knowledge and experience to get you paid everything you deserve. Hit by a big truck, our team knows truck wrecks and how to win for you. I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the Big Truck Heavy Hitter.
The Heavy Hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
Are you feeling sad or down during the winter months? Losing interest in just about everything? It could be seasonal affective disorder. Find ways to combat SAD at AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Seasonal Depression Awareness Month, sponsored by Prosser Memorial Health. This is how we care.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford Crew. Final days.
Big inventory, big deals, and a final day's finish. Ford SUVs. The built wild Bronco family. Goat mode goes over any type of terrain.
She knows.
F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years.
Final days. Exciting.
Yeah.
Your choice. Lease a Bronco Sport or F-150 SDX for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Does cooking feel like a kitchen battle? You need Granite Stone Armor Max, the revolutionary cookware set with 4 durable layers of ultra non-stick. So slick, virtually nothing sticks. No oil or butter needed. You can get the Granite Stone Armor Max set for just 4 easy payments of $39.99. We'll include this razor-sharp knife set and deep steam and fry pan set, yours absolutely free. Plus, we'll ship your entire order free. Order now.
It's Operation Best Friend every Wednesday morning as we feature lovable pets from area shelters, all wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now, As You Wish Real Estate Services, and Cross Country Mortgage.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. We still have this winter storm warning that's in place for the Blue Mountains and elevations above 4,000 feet. This runs until 10 this morning. So let's go ahead and show you what some of our mountain passes look like for this morning. We're actually going to start over in the Cascades. I-90 at Snoqualmie Pass. It is slushy. Traction tires are advised. Then we'll take it down to U.S. Highway 12 in Yakima County at White Pass. It's slushy. Traction tires also advised. Now we'll go back down to the Blue Mountains. I-84 at Cabbage Hill and Meacham. There are some spots of ice. You do have to take it slow. You do have to carry chains. And then for Oregon 204 at Tollgate, packed snow. Can't really see much per this ODOT camera, but they're saying that it's packed snow, and I tend to believe them. And you do need chains if you're towing between milepost 10 to milepost 30. Let's take it down to lower elevations now. For today, by 7 this morning, temperatures still in the 20s and 30s. By 1 p.m., temperatures up into the 30s and 40s, and we're still going to be in the 30s and 40s by 4. It's going to be a mostly dry day for lower elevations. We could have a decent amount of sunshine actually breaking through for the lower Columbia Basin. So for today, highs will end up being about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. Winds gusting out of the south and west between 20 to 25 miles per hour for the basin, for the foothills, and for the Blues. And then for tonight, it's going to be noticeably colder out there. Overnight lows across the map down into the 20s and 30s. So pretty much all of us are going to have to protect the outdoor pets, the plants, and the plumbing. And then we have another storm system that we'll have to deal with for late on New Year's Eve into early on New Year's Day. I'll tell you more about that storm system coming up in a few minutes.
Josh, thank you. 6:14 is your time. Jimmy Carter, the 39th President of the United States, died Sunday at his home in Plains, Georgia. He celebrated his 100th birthday back in October and was the oldest living president of all time. Here's ABC's Nicole D'Antonio.
Tributes to former President Jimmy Carter began pouring in almost immediately after the news of his passing. President Biden, in his address to the nation Sunday, said to know the 39th president was to know that in his core, he never stopped being a Sunday school teacher in Plains, Georgia.
He worked to eradicate disease not just at home, but around the world. He forged peace, advanced civil rights, human rights, promoted free and fair elections around the world. He built housing for the homeless with his own hands. And his compassion and moral clarity lifted people up and changed lives and saved lives all over the globe.
Former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton added that Carter was guided by his faith. President Carter lived to serve others until the very end. President-elect Donald Trump acknowledged their political differences before writing, quote, "The challenges Jimmy faced as president came at a pivotal time for our country, and he did everything in his power to improve the lives of all Americans. For that, we all owe him a debt of gratitude." From former President Barack Obama, Michelle and I send our thoughts and prayers to the Carter family and everyone who loved and learned from this remarkable man. And Habitat for Humanity, an organization the Carters began volunteering with more than 40 years ago, writing, "We're grateful for the incredible impact the Carters have had on Habitat and on the families who've benefited from their shining example." Jimmy Carter, who was awarded the Presidential Medal of Honor in 1999 and the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002, talked about how he hoped to be remembered.
I'd say maybe peace and human rights. I kept the country at peace for 4 years and promoted peace for other people like Egypt and Israel, and opened up new avenues of commerce and trade between us and China and that sort of things. And we've been champions of human rights. So I think those two things are the ones that I hope to be remembered with.
And thank you for that story. Now, by the way, he will lie in repose in the Georgia State Capitol and then at the U.S. Capitol, followed by a service at Washington's National Cathedral. His final resting place will be in the backyard of his home in Plains, Georgia, next to his beloved wife, Rosalynn. They were married, by the way, 77 years when she passed. Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest, not only is travel treacherous for some people in our region, we take a look at how others are faring on this busy travel day between the holidays. We'll be right back.
Run it up. patients and families immediately think of Good Shepherd? They trust our knowledge and expertise. They value the compassionate care we provide. They feel like they are being taken care of by family. From our renowned doctors and top-of-the-line technology to our state-of-the-art facilities, Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
Umatilla County Fire District Number 1, Eastern Oregon's largest emergency services provider, is hiring paramedics and firefighter EMTs to join our highly trained team of first responders. Excellent pay and benefits with great opportunities for advancement. Apply now at ucfd1.org.
Life's too short to put up with a bad bank. You have a life, places to go, people to see, and things to get done. You don't have time for banks or credit unions that don't care. You deserve better. At Yakima Federal Savings and Loan, we've served Central Washington and the Columbia Basin since 1905 with 10 branches, face-to-face service, and a 5-star app when you're on the go. So go have fun. Do what makes you happy. Life's too short to put up with anything less. Bank better with Yakima Federal.
It's the 3-degree guarantee from Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather and Legends Casino Hotel. When Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth gets the high within 3 degrees, $25 is put in the jackpot. If he misses, someone wins. From Legends Casino Hotel and Apple Valley News Now.
Once a year, celebrities gather at Hollywood's most prestigious event.
Not what you were expecting?
This is Celebrity Jeopardy!
You made that up. This January, stars compete to win $1 million for charity.
It's a date. I'm here to dominate.
Who will be the next Celebrity Jeopardy champion? Are you feeling confident?
Ready.
I'm here. Celebrity Jeopardy season premiere Wednesday, January 8th on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Seattle battles the Utah Hockey Club for the first time ever at 4:30 tonight, MeTV. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the forecast. For today, mountain snow will continue for a good chunk of the day. It'll be mostly dry for lower elevations, although we can't rule out a few showers for the valleys, basin, and foothills. In fact, there might be a quick opportunity for freezing rain in the Yakima Valley during the early morning. Then for tonight, mountain snow will start to dwindle this evening, especially around midnight. Lower elevations will continue to be mostly dry, although a few flurries can't be ruled out this evening in the Kittitas Valley. Another bout of freezing rain is possible late this evening in the upper Yakima Valley and in the Blue Foothills into the wee hours of the morning. Then for New Year's Eve day, it'll be a mostly dry day across the board. We can't rule out a sprinkle or two during the morning in the Blue Foothills, but that's about it. And then for tomorrow night, snow will start to pick up again for the Cascades during the early to mid-evening, but some of that could spread into the Kittitas and upper Yakima valleys as well. The lower valley, basin, foothills, and blues should keep it dry until around midnight. After that, chances for wet weather will pick up across the map, and expect the return of snow for Blue Mountain passes as well. So now here's some of the snowfall totals we're thinking over the next 48 hours. And keep in mind that this captures the exit of this storm system and the beginning of the next storm system. So this is kind of an in-between snowfall forecast. Not expecting too much in addition to what's already on the ground for a Cascade Pass. Is probably less than an inch for our valleys. Not much doing for the basin or foothills. Anywhere between 3 to 4 inches for Cabbage Hill and the Battle Mountain Summit. And anywhere between 1 foot to 1.5 foot for Tollgate. Then in terms of liquid water over the next 48 hours, not much doing, but don't you worry because we have more storm systems lined up. One into Wednesday and Thursday, another one into Friday and Saturday. So first, this Wednesday, Thursday storm system, or in essence, New Year's Day and January 2nd, could get less than an inch of snow for the foothills and valleys, given the very low snow levels, and then anywhere between 2 to 6 inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and Snoqualmie Pass. And this is looking like a wetter storm system compared to what we're about to see over the next 48 hours. And then for that Friday, Saturday storm system, essentially 0 chance of snow for the valleys or foothills, but still 2 to 6 inches of snow for Snoqualmie Pass and Cabbage Hill. It's going to be a very wet storm system, specifically up in the Cascades, 1.5 to 2 inches of liquid water. High temperatures above average for today, more seasonal and colder after that. Here's the 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. We'll have small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday, looking much wetter for Friday. Yeah, much wetter for Friday, then a bit drier this weekend. Now on to Yakima, a wintry mix possible into the first morning of 2025, a cold rain by Thursday, then better rain chances on Friday. In Ellensburg, a rain-snow mix is possible the morning of New Year's Day, likely just rain in the forecast after that. Then for Hermiston, small rain chances the 1st and 2nd, much wetter by Friday, then drier this weekend. Then for Walla Walla, rain likely to start 2025, and it looks like that'll continue right through the weekend.
All right, Josh, 6:22 is your time. Now to that severe and deadly weather outbreak across the South over the weekend. There is tornado damage from Texas to Georgia, and some survivors say they were just feet from serious injury or maybe worse. Andrew Dimbert has the details.
A rare December tornado outbreak carving a trail of destruction throughout the South, killing at least 4 people. More than 35 tornadoes were reported across Texas, Louisiana, Arkansas, Alabama, Mississippi, and Georgia. Close to a dozen touching down in the Houston area alone. More than 300 structures damaged there. Several people were taken to the hospital. In Mississippi, Donna Ammons scrambled to safety as a twister roared through her neighborhood.
Oh my God.
That same tornado devastated Michael Carroll's home. He says he was upstairs with his dog when a tree came crashing down. It missed him by just 3 feet.
Somebody was taking care of me, actually. But yeah, we're fine.
At least 3 trees came toppling down on top of this home. Wendy Freeman was inside her bedroom asleep when it happened. She's now trying to salvage as many of her belongings as she can.
It sliced through my bathroom and my closet, so if I had gone to the bathroom, I'd have been dead.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
And the National Weather Service is surveying the damage to assess the strength of those tornadoes. 6:24 is your time. Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest. When it comes to resolutions for the new year, does shopping top that list? We've got just that story for you next.
Alice's birthday is coming up. We're in this comfy room in Triple Play Hotel so we can make plans without her hearing.
So we need a huge cake, a giant salad, and a good-sized mariachi band. Hold on a second. Does it seem a little dark in here for 2 p.m.?
Sorry, guys. Where I'm from, they didn't do birthdays. It's very exciting.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including bowling, a ropes course, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance for more than 50 years, and with good reason. If you're between the age of 50 and 85, it's a sure thing. Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. And you should know this coverage can last a lifetime.
Call today, 1-800-270-5533.
Hey, babe, what's a 5-letter word that starts with PH and ends with NE? Clue is get 4 of these for free with 4 lines for $90 a month at US Cellular.
James, have you tried the 4 free phone flakes? I love these free phone flakes.
Hey, Dad, 4 free phones.
Each serving has 4 free phones.
4 free phones?
Thanks.
Oh.
They're right behind me, aren't they? Choose 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, no trade-in needed. US Cellular.
How many times have you tried to clean a stubborn mess but end up with no success? What you need is the all-new waterproof Ruby Horsepower, the new cordless and rechargeable power scrubber that cleans faster and easier, guaranteed. Watch, baked on oven grease is no match. It blasts away dirt and grime in no time. The power comes from our rotating brushes, spinning at 350 RPM. The incredible torque fights calcium, mildew, mold, and more. Take it in the kitchen where it busts through caked-on crud, or outside and tackle tough tasks with ease. Get your Ruby Horsepower with 4 additional attachments, all for just $39.99. Great news! They're in stock and ready to ship. Due to high demand, only 2 per order. Order now.
Call 1-800-959-5913. That's 1-800-959-5913, or visit horsepowerscrubber.com. So call 1-800-959-5913 now.
Have a great Hanukkah from all of us at Apple Valley News Now. 6:26. Welcome back, everybody. It is the most wonderful time of the year for retailers. Despite a shortened time between Thanksgiving and Christmas this year, retail sales grew this holiday season. Lee Waldman breaks down where consumers were spending their money and what this could mean for the economy as a whole.
This year, retailers were racing the clock to motivate shoppers to buy early and in bulk because there were 5 fewer days than last year between Thanksgiving and Christmas. They landed on Santa's nice list.
I gotta just say, hats off to the American consumer. You know, we think that that there's going to be a stop to the spending, but that there never is.
Total U.S. spending grew by 3.8% this year compared to last, according to preliminary data from MasterCard Spending Pulse. It's no surprise that shoppers took advantage of online deals they found, clicking their way to 6.7% of year-over-year e-commerce growth, the same data showed.
To me, what these numbers say is that consumers are feeling okay about their jobs. They're feeling good about where the economy is going to be in 2025.
But it might not all be good news. Global economic analyst Rana Foroohar believes the kind of consumer spending could be a warning sign for things to come.
We are overdue by historical standards for a recession, and the kind of behavior you're seeing now is often the kind of behavior you see when you're at the top of a market cycle.
While big holiday spending numbers were a great sign for retailers, Foroohar has some advice for consumers as we head into 2025.
I'd be looking at paying down debt, getting lower interest rates, locking them in on anything that I can, because I think in the next few years, you're looking at higher rates.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman reporting.
Up next on Good Morning Northwest at 5:30, search and rescue find 2 Portland men dead near the Washington-Oregon border. Plus, officials say today is the busiest travel day of the holiday season, why some people say they are concerned about flying after recent events. We'll be right back with your next half hour, right after this.
Swing into Fred's Appliance for our New Year, New Kitchen Super Sale and discover unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region.
Make cleanup a breeze with a brand new model Bosch dishwasher, limited to stock on hand, only $449. Save over 40%.
Quiet operation, advanced water efficiency, and a variety of cycle options.
Fred's, it's appliances, only appliances.
At Fred's, we sell appliances, only appliances.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Vance Heating and Air Conditioning has been keeping Yakima Valley homes safe and comfortable since 1986. We promise friendly customer service, highly trained technicians. You'll be happy. Save $50 on any heating repair. We service all makes and models. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
To be out here in God's creation, to have the strength and energy at 77 years of age is pure joy, even when repairing fence from wind damage. I rely on Mile Health with the amazing science-backed formula for muscle support. As we age, mobility, balance, and strength are vital to help us keep doing the things we love to do, like me here on our ranch. Plus, to have lean, strong muscles can help prevent falls and will help in recovery from surgery and injuries. Don't let age and muscle loss rob you of your strength and vitality. Be strong with Mile Health.
Mile Health is supported by 25 human clinical studies. Call the number on your screen now and take advantage of our special buy one, get one free offer. We're confident you'll feel results or your money back. Call now.
We're Sell My House Fast, and we've been buying unwanted houses for cash, fast, for 25 years. We'll buy this house, and this one, even this one, not that one. If you're relocating, inheriting a home you don't want, if you're behind on taxes and want to avoid foreclosure, going through a divorce, or if you just need cash to get out of debt, we will buy your house at a fair cash price. We've got hundreds of Google 5-star reviews because our offers are fair and the process transparent. Call now.
1-800-219-0560.
From our family to yours, happy holidays.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Just after 6:30 on this final Monday of 2024, it's December 30th. Good morning, everybody. I'm Austin Reed in for Jessica Jalal.
I'm Josh Colbert.
All right, good morning, everybody. Hopefully you had a great weekend. We are counting down the days to 2025, and Josh, you are continuing to work on the 3-degree guarantee.
Yeah, hopefully into the new year we can get this jackpot to really grow, but right now I'm happy with where it's at. It's up to $150 because on Friday I went with a forecast high of 49 degrees for Pasco, and the actual high temperature did verify within 3 degrees to either side, so that's why the jackpot rose by $25. So now let's set up the stakes for today. As the forecast high for Pasco, I'm going with 47 degrees. If the actual high temperature falls within 44 to 50 degrees, that means that the jackpot is going to grow by another $25 up to $175. But if my forecast goes bust, this $150 could be yours. To figure out how to win the pot, go to applevalleyNewsNow.com, click on contest, or you could scan the QR code that is on your screen. All right, now on to the radar, as there's not much doing within our area for this morning, but we are expecting a chance of snow showers to continue throughout the day in the Blue Mountains and also up in the Cascades. Winds not nearly as much of a factor as they were for yesterday, but still gusting out of the west upwards of 20-25 miles per hour for Cabbage Hill and Meacham. A little bit later today, some of those could spread down into the foothills and also into the basin. Right now, temperatures are in the 30s and 40s across the map. We're either at or below freezing for the Kittitas and Yakima Valley, so this is probably where you would have to break out the ice scraper, but just a little bit too warm for that in the lower Columbia Basin with 30s and 40s and mid-30s in the Blue Foothills. But all of us probably need a heavy jacket and need to bundle up as you're headed out the front door for this morning. Visibility not looking too bad, at least for lower elevations, but up towards Snoqualmie Pass still socked in with some pretty thick fog, so another good reason to take it slow on that little stretch of Interstate 90. Now on to our coat cast for today for the Tri-Cities. Again, heavy jacket stuff for this morning, but a little bit later today in the sunshine, I think you could probably get by with a light jacket, but then more heavy jacket weather for tonight. So for today, we'll actually have highs that'll be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for the end of December. All of us are going to end up in the 40s. And again, there could be a decent amount of sunshine, at least in the lower Columbia Basin, but I'll take you on that zone by zone tour of today's forecast, and that's going to be coming up in a few minutes.
All right, Josh, thank you. 6:35 is your time. 2 men from Portland have been found dead after they went out to Skamania County in search of Sasquatch. Someone contacted authorities early Christmas morning and reported the 2 men missing. They were supposed to return on Christmas Eve. The Skamania County Sheriff's Office launched a massive search. About 60 volunteers helped look for the men, and after 3 days, searchers located their bodies. Authorities say it appears the deaths were caused from exposure to the weather conditions. The city manager of Sunnyside woke up last week to several Facebook posts and tags letting him know that several commercial utility customers had received surprise increases to their monthly bill. And in one case, a large payment was auto-debited from their account. Mike Gonzalez is now apologizing for the lack of communication, letting customers know that a larger bill is coming in the near future. As a result of this incident, he has authorized the finance staff to offer those affected customers payment plans or credits to their accounts.
You know, I think there was some pushback from the customer who got that initial information out. I read some things that they were a little upset that we shared the customer's sort of billing information, but it's part of the facts. The one thing I would like the public to know is that, look, we have offered all those customers payment plans. If they were on auto debit. We've offered credits back. So
now, Gonzalez also says he wants to address an allegation that this was a calculated money grab. Gonzalez tells us this was in no way the case. 6:37 now happening today. The Hanford Union is set to meet with HMIS as the lockout at Hanford continues. It is expected the two groups will discuss a counterproposal and see if they can reach a deal. HMIS has said previously it won't budge on its terms. The guards have been locked out since November the 27th. Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest, with the new year right around the corner, it's the perfect time to plan your next trip. A few smart moves can help you save big. Consumer Reports is up next. And as we leave you to break, here's a live picture from our Apple Valley studio camera in Kennewick. Josh Colbreth returns with your first alert weather forecast as, we are just almost saying goodbye to 2024. We'll be right back.
Seattle battles the Utah Hockey Club for the first time ever. 4:30 tonight, MeTV.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
At Furniture Row, a new year calls for a new sofa, sectional, dining group, bedroom set, mattress, and more. Because during the New Year Super Sale, getting it all has never been easier. Save $100 on every $1,000 you spend and watch the savings add up. Or score 60 months no-interest financing. Say goodbye to tired old designs. And hello to killer new looks at great prices. The New Year Super Sale, on now at Furniture Row.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew. Final days.
Big inventory, big deals, and a final day's finish. Ford SUVs. The built wild Bronco family. Goat mode goes over any type of terrain.
She knows.
F-Series, best-selling truck for 47 years.
Final days. Exciting.
Your choice. Lease a Bronco Sport or F-150 SDX for just $399 a month for 36 months. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
I met a cute poodle outside. She said everyone's talking about you and how you work for free.
When you're injured and have the heavy hitter on your team, we win or it's free. Hello? That cute poodle you were talking to wants to have a play date.
Let's go.
Call 853-2222.
Apple Valley News Now viewer Kathy Kilgore.
Apple Valley News Now is important to this community. I know when I turn it on, if there's something that I've heard about in the community, I'm going to hear it from you guys. And that's important. I eat breakfast with you, I eat dinner with you guys. That time's valuable in that it keeps me connected to my community.
Thank you, Kathy. If you watch Apple Valley News Now, please let us know. Apple Valley News Now, always on your side. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's take you on a zone-by-zone tour of today's forecast. We're going to start off in Kittitas County. These high temperatures are going to span from the low 30s up in the mountains to the mid-40s for Vantage, which is kind of a basin environment, but we're expecting more sunshine in the valley as opposed to up towards Snoqualmie Pass, where there's going to be a chance of snow showers all throughout the day. Then in the Yakima Valley, there's going to be a low-end chance of some freezing rain for this morning, a very low-end chance. But other than that, a pretty dry day. High temperatures getting into the low to mid-40s. Then in the lower Columbia Basin, this is probably where we're going to see the most sunshine in the region for today. High temperatures getting up into the mid-40s. It could feel closer to 50 degrees if you're standing in the direct sunshine, but the winds are probably going to make it feel a little bit cooler, gusting out of the south and west, upwards of 25 miles per hour. They'll also gust out of the south and west up to 20 miles per hour for the Blue Foothills and the Blue Mountains. A decent chance of snow today up in the Blue Mountains, but the Blue Foothills will mostly be dry. Can't rule out a few showers here or there. Now let's talk about the big picture, the seasonal rainfall deficits and surpluses that we've been tracking since the beginning of this wet season, which technically starts on October 1st. And this entire graphic is green, which means we have surpluses across the map right now. 30 to 45% surpluses in the valleys, 60 to 70% rainfall surpluses in the basin, and we're just barely over breaking even in the Blue Foothills. We've been playing catch up for a lot of this wet season in the foothills, but we have more rain on the way. I'll tell you how much coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, Josh. 6:43 now with the new year just around the corner. It's the perfect time to plan your next trip like a pro. The best part, booking doesn't have to be stressful or break the bank. With a few smart tips from Consumer Reports, you can save big and travel smarter.
Finding great travel deals takes a little know-how. Consumer Reports reporter and travel enthusiast Lisa Gill is sharing some of CR's top tips for saving money on your next trip.
Markdowns can be misleading because they can come from prices that nobody actually ever pays.
She says track flight prices with tools like Google Flights or Kayak, adjust dates or use nearby airports to save. For last-minute deals, try CheapOair. Watch out for basic fares. They seem cheap but often exclude carry-ons, seat choices, or sitting together, with extras adding up fast. For a round-trip ticket, shop for 2 one-way flights, even if that means mixing airlines. Doing so can save money.
Book directly with the airline whenever possible. That way, if there's any last-minute cancellations or changes, you can work directly with the airline instead of working through a third-party site.
When selecting hotels, CR recommends starting with ratings and reviews. Be cautious of discounts that seem too good to be true.
You should ignore pressure tactics like 50 people booked this hotel in the last hour. Instead, once you find a hotel you like, check their website and look for deals. And if you don't find any, call the hotel directly.
Vacation rentals through home sharing sites like Airbnb and Vrbo can be great for larger families, offering more space and sometimes discounts for longer stays. But you might not get the amenities and perks a hotel offers. Plan your cruise early, ideally 6 to 12 months ahead. Go to cruisecritic.com to compare options. If you're renting a car, even if you're offered a discount, skip paying up front. That's because prices can drop closer to your travel date, and you'll have the flexibility to change the reservation if needed. Consider picking up away from the airport, where rates are often lower, but double check if it's worth the extra travel cost. This is Jaima Crespo.
Still ahead on Good Morning Northwest, we've got the morning sprint, and Josh returns with your first alert weather forecast. As we leave you to break, here's a live picture from Yakima.
The season of new Tradition sales event is going on now at Overturf Kia. Save big on select new Kia vehicles. 2024 Kia Sportage LX with all-wheel drive start at just $28,999. Plus, get 3.49% interest for 72 months. Overturf Kia at the base of the Blue Bridge in Kennewick.
Prosser Digestive Health Center is now offering gastroenterology services daily, including weekends. Board-certified gastroenterologist Dr. Jack Brandenburg provides the full spectrum of digestive health care. His services include colon cancer screenings, treatment for swallowing problems, inflammatory bowel disease, liver disorders, and more. To schedule an appointment, call Prosser Digestive Health Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
You love the internet. But do you love your internet? Is your bundle a bundle of joy? Do you celebrate your contract's anniversary? No? You should meet Ziply Fiber. High-speed fiber optic internet means more freedom, more reliability, more speed on all your family's devices, all at the same time. Happily ever faster. Ziply Fiber. Call 1-888-GO-ZIPLY or visit ziplyfiber.com/GoZiply. Plans as low as $10 a month.
Stay tuned to get a free automatic toilet bowl cleaner from Mermaid. Your sink stopper's broken, and fixing a drain is a pain. Introducing Mermaid Drain Magic, the instant solution to most broken drains. Just remove and replace. In seconds, you can fill and drain with a simple press of a button. Drain Magic makes replacing your old, broken, rusty, even missing sink stoppers fast and easy. Drain Magic's anti-clogging basket helps prevent clogs in your sink, catching hair, food, even jewelry. Made with brass and chrome and a silicone gasket, it creates a watertight seal. Order your Mermaid Drain Magic today for only $19.99 and get a Mermaid toilet bowl cleaner absolutely free. Drop it in the tank for up to 3 months of cleaning. But wait, this could be your last chance to get Drain Magic at this low price with free toilet bowl cleaner. There's a strict limit of 3, so order now.
Call 1-800-518-6828 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. So call 1-800-518-6828 or visit GetDrainMagic.com. Order now.
Have a great Hanukkah from all of us at Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Chief Meteorologist Josh Colbreth.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. Let's go ahead and step you through the forecast. For today, mountain snow will continue for a good chunk of the day. It'll be mostly dry for lower elevations, although we can't rule out a few showers for the valleys, basin, and foothills. In fact, there might be a quick opportunity for freezing rain in the Yakima Valley during the early morning. Then for tonight, mountain snow will start to dwindle this evening, especially around midnight. Lower elevations will continue to be mostly dry, although a few flurries can't be ruled out this evening in the Kittitas Valley. Another bout of freezing rain is possible late this evening in the upper Yakima Valley and in the Blue Foothills into the wee hours of the morning. Then for tomorrow, New Year's Eve day will be a mostly dry day across the board. We can't rule out a sprinkle or two during the morning in the Blue Foothills, but that is about it. And then for tomorrow night, snow will start to pick up again for the Cascades during the early to mid-evening, but some of that could spread into the Kittitas and upper Yakima valleys as well. The lower valley, basin, foothills, and blues should keep it dry until around midnight, and then after that, chances for wet weather will pick up across the map. Expect the return of snow for our Blue Mountain passes. So now let's show you some of the snowfall totals we're thinking over the next 48 hours. And again, this captures the end of this storm system and the arrival of the next storm system. So this is really an in-between snowfall forecast, but not expecting too much for our Cascade Pass, probably less than an inch for our valleys, 3 to 4 inches for Cabbage Hill and the Battle Mountain Summit, and anywhere between a foot to a foot and a half of additional snow for Tollgate. So it could be a very dangerous commute on Oregon 204. In terms of liquid water over the next 48 hours, not thinking too much. But then we have more storm systems that are going to be lined up after that. One for Wednesday, Thursday, one for Friday, Saturday. So first, the New Year's Day and January 2nd storm system for Wednesday and Thursday. Low snow levels with this one, down to around 1,000 feet. So we could get less than an inch of snow for the foothills and valleys, 2 to 6 inches for Cabbage Hill and Snoqualmie Pass. This is looking like it's going to be a wetter stretch of weather as opposed to what we're going to see over the next 48 hours. And then that next storm system into Friday and Saturday, higher snow levels this time, up to around 3,000 feet, so no snow for the valleys or foothills, and still about 2 to 6 more inches of snow for Cabbage Hill and for Snoqualmie Pass. This is going to be a very wet storm system for the Cascades in particular, between 1.5 inches to 2 inches of water. High temperatures trending much more seasonal and colder in general after today. Here is 7-day forecast for the Tri-Cities. Small shower chances Wednesday and Thursday, looking much wetter for Friday, then a bit drier this weekend. In Yakima, a wintry mix is possible into the first morning of 2025. A cold rain by Thursday, then better rain chances on Friday. In Ellensburg, a rain-snow mix possible the morning of New Year's Day, likely just rain in the forecast after that. In Hermiston, small rain chances the 1st and 2nd, much wetter by Friday, then drier this weekend. Then for Walla Walla, rain likely to start 2025, and it looks like that'll continue right through the weekend. Now let's head out to New York City to see what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, a potential twist in the Menendez brothers case.
I told him everything. Okay?
Everything about what?
Attorney Brian Friedman, who represents 24 family members of Kitty and Jose Menendez and supports the brothers' release, plans to file a petition to transfer their case from the Los Angeles District Attorney's Office to the California Attorney General.
Those are the people that I represent. Those are the people that I'm really looking out for to have a voice in this process.
He argues a conflict of interest exists between LA's new district attorney, Nathan Hochman, and his appointee, Kathleen Cady. Cady recently served as the attorney for Kitty's brother, Milton Anderson, the only family member opposed to the brothers' release. And coming up at 7 a.m., we'll have much more on what this means for the Menendez brothers case. With your GMA First Look, I'm Stephanie Ramos, ABC News, New York.
I'm getting vaccinated Pfizer's pneumococcal pneumonia vaccine.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm getting Prevnar 20 because pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital, and my risk is 6 times greater because I'm over 50.
The CDC just expanded its recommendation for those 50 or older to get vaccinated. You're also at risk if you're 19 or older with certain chronic conditions. Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect against both pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle and joint pain. Millions have chosen Prevnar vaccines, which have helped protect adults for over a decade and have an established safety profile.
That's why I chose Prevnar 20.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
Ask your doctor or pharmacist about Prevnar 20.
Now, the morning sprint.
Morning, here's what's happening in your national headlines this morning. Funeral plans are underway for former President Jimmy Carter, who passed away Sunday at the age of 100. According to the Carter Center, final arrangements are still pending, but you can visit the online condolence book at the official Jimmy Carter Tribute website. Eventually, he will be laid to rest in Plains, Georgia, in his hometown next to his wife. Officials predicting this will be one of the busiest air travel days of the holiday season. Some passengers might be a little nervous after a deadly accident in South Korea. They say flying is one of the safest ways to travel, though, also saying pilots train for bird strikes and planes are designed to fly and land safely, even with just one engine. Here are the top 5 local things you need to know this morning. All right, so a GoFundMe page has been set up for a Pasco family after a mother and her 2 young children died in a car crash Friday. The Washington State Patrol says 39-year-old Guadalupe Vergara Gonzalez and her 2 sons, ages 6 and 1, died after a car going the wrong way hit them head-on I-182. Her husband, Rodrigo, was taken to the hospital with serious injuries. The Walla Walla County Board of Commissioners is meeting today in an effort to adopt its 2025 budget before the end of the year. Last week, the commissioners extended the public hearing in an effort to consider any comments or concerns. The board is considering cutting the budget by 2.5% across the board, as well as imposing a hiring freeze. STCU is kicking off the new year, making an effort to help families complete the free application for federal student aid. In January and February, the credit union is offering FAFSA assistance after hours at STCU branch locations throughout southeastern and central Washington. You can find a full list of locations at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. The Benton County Sheriff's Office has a new online reporting website. BCSO launched the site to help community members and businesses in unincorporated Benton County file police reports online. The community can still contact dispatch to make a report directly to a deputy. The online reporting tool is only meant to be used for non-emergencies. And happening today, the Hanford Union is set to meet with HMIS as the lockout at Hanford continues. It is expected the 2 groups will discuss a counter-proposal and see if they can reach a deal. HMIS has said previously it won't budge on its terms. The guards have been locked out since November the 27th. And now to what's trending.
So of all the days of the year, Monday is not the time to say hold the bacon. That's because it's National Bacon.
Oh my goodness, bacon is no longer just a breakfast item. People sprinkle bacon onto sandwiches, soups, appetizers, even some cocktails like to include it. You can even have Canadian bacon, of course. The United States and Canada make bacon from the pork belly.
Other countries around the world use the side and back cuts of pork. The meat is cured in either a salt brine or salt pack.
All right, what's your favorite thing with bacon?
I think I just like straight up bacon, like thick slab bacon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. All right. Well, hey, let's get a final look at weather.
Yeah, I just wanted to take a quick look at radar. Not really seeing that much, but we could have more snow showers a bit later today in the Blue Mountains and up in the Cascades. Right now, temperatures down into the 20s, 30s, and 40s. Might have to break out the ice scraper in the valleys. A little bit later today, mostly dry day. Highs will be about 5 to 10 degrees above average for this time of the year. We're tracking that potential for valley snow for New Year's evening.
All right. Well, I will see you again tomorrow.
Yes.
I'm filling in for Jessica. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good Morning America is up next, hoping your news is good news.